Why, hello there, friends and family. We have another modern round coming for you right here. We have Seth Carver playing Naya Food, and Ralph Sposato playing not Teamer, Bant Reclamation Control. Uh, got an interesting one. So Seth's deck is pretty sweet. I in the middle of round one had heard somebody say, "Yeah, I'll cast my Voldaren Epicure, and then I'll sack my blah blah blah. I'll sack my blood token." I was like, "Wait, who the hell? What's going on here?" Who playing a Crimson Vow cards? And then I walk over and I see him cast Rocco, the Cabaretti Rhino. I believe it's a Rhino. Which summons Esmeralda Marty and casted a Coldcar from the deck. And yeah. I was like, alright, we're going to put you on camera. That's a pretty cool deck. So, Voldaren Epicure here. He sacks his blood token, and he's going to play as Miranda Martin and Taskin a Coldcar and go search for an Underworld cookbook. Let me tell you, I love the food decks, okay? I loved Golgari Food when Modern Horizons 2 came out. It was, in fact, one of the most fun play patterns I think I've experienced in Magic, at least in a while. I say in a while. I'm a newer player, but you know what I mean. And I'm really happy to see like someone playing a food deck again. Our locals, we had so many people who played food at our weeklies. It was so funny. And then it just all dropped off. Everyone like moved on. But like, let me tell you, the first like 2, I think it was like week 2, like a half, like 80, more than half, had to be like 60 to 70% of the locals is like on Golgari Food. So everyone had to learn how to play the mirror. Or I was gonna fetch out I don't know the name of the new Triomes. It's the Bant one. Jetmir's headquarters? Is Jetmir the Bant one? Is it Falco? I don't know. They're all the same. I think it's Falco. No. It's the Bant Triome. I don't know the Capenna families all too well. Haven't met them on a personal level yet, you know. Alright, Ralph's just going to shock in here. Looks like it's a Teferi Time Raveler. Yes, indeed. Going to bounce the Asmo. Ralph has been playing Teamer. I keep saying Teamer because Teamer Reclamation is a deck. Bant, he plays a lot of control. He seems to like Bant color combos a lot. And I know he likes Wilderness Reclamation. I have seen it in many of this man's deck lists. Let me tell you. Alright, Seth is just going to make a food here. I imagine he will pitch an Oval Chase Daredevil, make a food token, pick back up the Oval Chase Daredevil, and then play the Esmeralda Marty and Taskin and Goldagar again. Do I keep saying the name because it's fun? Yes. But I also just can't help it. I have a written contract. I must say the name. It's like Beetlejuice. You have to say the name 3 times. Alright. Alright, so the Epicure's going to attack in, kill the Time Raveler here. I'm going to cast a second Underworld Cookbook. Seth is going to have all of the food tokens. Because I don't think Ralph has a way to interact with them. Now, what I want to know, in this Naya deck list, because I know Seth likes to play big green things, does he have a Feasting Troll King? Because I really, really hope he does. I adore that card.
Good. Yep.
Is it good? No, not really. Is it fun?
Okay.
Yes. Is it extremely satisfying to bring out turn 2? Yes. And he can bring it out now. And the cool thing is it's an activated ability, so it doesn't get counterspell. You can't counterspell it. And it's just massive. Like, it's so big. I'm pretty sure it can sack itself, too, to make food tokens, if I remember right. Maybe I think of the Witch's Oven. I don't know. Let's look up Feasting Troll King. It's been so long. Feasting Troll King. There's an extended... Oh, it's from Thunderbolt Train. Of course there's an extended art. When it enters the battlefield from your hand, you can get... Or if you cast it, you can create 3 food tokens. But... yeah, I love that card. Troll Noble. It's like big, dumb green creatures. As evidenced probably by the amount of times I talk about Amulet Titan. coffee tastes a little weird there. Oh boy. Did any of you fine folks go to SCG-Con Pittsburgh? Did you see me there? Did I see you there? Are they Wilderness Reclamation coming out?
Yep.
Did you have a good time if you went? That's probably the most important thing. Are you going to SCG, any of the other SCG cons? I have recently found out that I'm going to Syracuse, as well as the other ones after that. Thought I was going to be taking a break and not going to Syracuse, but that is not the case. Seth is going to attack in for 4 here. He's got a decent clock going. Now, Ralph has got all of the mana fuckery in the world right now, between with the Wilderness Wreck. Which, if you don't know what it does, it's just at the end step you can untap your lands, but it's a trigger, so you get to do stuff. Which I am fairly certain Ralph will get to showcase at some point in this video. Here comes another Voldaren Epicure. He used to be struggling and renaming his thing. I was like, oh wait, it's not Blue-White Control. What am I doing? I know there's a Wilderness Reclamation. It's on the board. I just knew this would be a long match. Alright. I'm going to do Archmage's Storm Draw 2. Strictly better than Cryptic Command at all times. Unless Mystic Sanctuary is legal. That card. Archmage's Storm went from like a $2 or $3 rare to like, I think it's like $25 now. It's insane. I mean, it makes sense. The card is really good. I wouldn't be surprised to see it reprinted in Double Masters 2 though. It's like a nice spot to put it. I think we'll see Snapcaster there, so that can be like the control player draft dream, right? Alright, 3 mana, Time Raveler.
Target Asmore.
Bounce Asmore. Bounce the S'more. Spara's Headquarters? I think it's Spara's Headquarters. Am I still over here trying to remember the names of the damn lands? Yes. I know the Naya one is Jetmir's Lounge. It's going to bother me. I apologize so much. It's going to bother me not knowing the name of the damn lands. Spara's Headquarters. Yeah. It's the bird. I think. Yeah, Jetmir's Garden is the Naya one.
I'm gonna
Xander's Lounge is the Grixis one. Zator's Proving Ground, that's the Jund one. And then Rafine. It's the Esper one. I can't tell you which ones are which. I know Jet. No, I know a couple of them. There's so many food tokens. There are 9 food tokens. Seth, if you're watching this and you're not playing a Feasting Troll King in your deck, I'm sad. What the hell is that one card that he has 4 copies of? The Prismatic Ending?
I'm gonna march the one that's going at Teferi.
I'm gonna march with the other really light one of the Epicures.
I'll take 1, go to 5.
Yep. Oh, these are all untapped, sorry. I will...
It would suck if they're all
take
Asmos.
the food. Both of these return to my hand.
The nice thing is Seth can just gain a bunch of life. Not really a matchup where that matters. That's what's going to be countered.
I will play a second.
Oh god, they are. They are Asmos. Oh no.
We get the 4th book.
I know Seth plays Urza Saga too. He just hasn't. God, if he found Urza Saga right now, the constructs would be so big. Oh, that's so terrifying. His constructs, they're what, 10 foods, 13? They'd be 14 14s. And then they make the second one, they're 15 15s. Good god. Let me 2 mana, let me create a 15 mana creature. 2 mana, let me make an Emrakul. Good god.
I'll cast the 4th book.
Okay.
Here's another cookbook.
And...
If he was playing Time Sieve, it'd be cute.
and I'll move to discard.
Time Sieve would be so good right now.
We'll change that level.
Time Sieve is a, if you don't know, it's a, I think it's blue-white artifact. Just rough because blue for him. But blue-white artifact where you can sack, I think it's sack 6 artifacts, take an extra turn. It's a cool card. I know there was an Asmore list a while ago. Blue-black, okay. Well, The other two colors that he is not in. That's right, because it was in the... There was a... Sultai Asmo deck with Urza, I think? There's so many different food blends, man. It's just a food blender for the first couple weeks of MH2 format. Since food had a really good Titan matchup, it was actually really well poised. Turns out, making the Primeval Titan do 6 damage to itself, kind of good. God, yeah, Time Seed would be so good right now. Like, it would be so good. Sacrifice 5 artifacts. Seth could take 2 extra turns. Here comes a Hero of Dominaria. Folks, if anybody's watching this, and you come to Bluebell for Modern Locals, can you build a Time Sieve food deck? I'll put you on camera.
So respond.
Please.
Discarding an
There's so many food tokens on the board. Forgot about this. Ralph, I think, has just managed to be able to stabilize at 4 life. Dude, does Seth play Lightning Bolt? How sad would it be if it was a guy attack with Asmore, Bolt? Ralph has to have a counter spell, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Are we doing some end step like shenanigans? No? Alright. Waiting for the end step Nexus of Fate. Honestly surprised he doesn't play Approaches the Second Sun as like a 1-up win condition. Play at instant speed because of Teferi. Could like go to your end step, tap your lands, untap your lands, tap your lands, make more mana, cast it.
I'll equip it to...
There's only the smallest chance that Ralph watches this, hears me say that, and then tries it out, or texts me and goes and be like, "Oh, I've already tried it out." All right, that instant speed prismatic ending because of the Fairy Time Raveler.
I'll take 2.
The Fairy just breaking the laws of the game. Shadow Spear on the Voltairean Epicure, putting Ralph to 2. Ugh, so good. Bolt. No? Okay. This coffee is strange tasting. I'm gonna continue drinking it. It tastes weird though. Alright, 4 mana. Second Wilderness Reclamation? Or Jace Divine Sculptor? I see both in his hand. I think he's debating about the Wilderness Reclamation. Alright, there's the Jace. Going to Brainstorm, okay. Guess he has something to deal with the Epicure? Probably has another Prismatic Ending. Or he could be super petty and Prismatic Ending the Shadow Spear and hope to God he only takes 1 point of damage. Right. Hero Dominaria is going to go to 6. I'm going to draw a card. There is a search for Azcanta. Holy crap, what year is this? I love this.
Yep, we'll make a bunch of food.
Search used to be one of those cards that I just absolutely adored when I first got into the game. Just me time stamping myself of how long I've played Magic for, and it's not very long. But I love Search. It's such an interesting card. And then the land half of it's pretty freaking sweet. I'm about it. I'm just about it, you know.
Attack you for 2.
Alright, going to attack it for 2. There's your Prismatic Ending. Not gonna lie, I was kind of hoping he'd be a savage and hit the Shadow Spear. I know it's objectively wrong, but it would have been entertaining.
Play Asmo.
Here's Asmo.
I will decline to search.
That's fair. Freaking out with this food.
So I've just been stuck on 3 lands this entire time.
I'll equip Shadow Spear.
Equips the Shadow Spear to the Asmo.
Pass?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and I have to discard again.
Yep. Okay. Untap.
Yep.
I'll keep trigger.
Search for his Canta. You trigger, look at the card. Definitely gonna flip it. He definitely has enough things in the graveyard. And at this point, he's able to really just do all the cool stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why you play Lightning Bolt in your deck.
7.
Or, if you already do play Lightning Bolt,
Then
you
we'll
magically draw it.
Yep.
You channel the Pharaoh spirit that lives inside of you,
we will
and you
put
find
these back on top.
you magically wish the cards to the top of your deck. Is that a Yu-Gi-Oh reference? Yes. Yes, it is.
Target.
Sure.
Alright. Time Rebel is going to bounce the Asmo. What if he plays Ragavan?
Cast a fairy.
Okay.
I think that's the 4th copy of Time Reveler.
Uptick to fairy.
Okay.
Four mana.
Play Wilderness Reclamation.
Second Wilderness Reclamation.
Move to end step.
Yep.
Float a blue.
Let's go to Float Blue if the odds Canta. Use the first trigger from use the first Wilderness trigger to untap his lands. We're gonna see him activate
3. Activate.
whatever the land half search for his Canta is called. Is it just called his Canta? I guess Canta is a Sunken City or something like that. Alright, we found a Shark Typhoon. Oops. 2 mana, add a card to your hand.
Okay.
5. Tap. Second trigger.
Cool.
I have 5 blue floating. 5.
That's Canta the Sunken Ruin. I was close.
3 down.
Alright, 2 mana, or 3 mana, tap it, look at the top 4. You can go non-creature, non-land from among them. That's what it is.
4. I will reveal.
So, sorceries, incidents, planeswalkers,
Oh my.
artifacts, enchantments.
2 blue floating.
And there is a Teferi who slows the sunset. I forgot about this too. Ralph had made a deal with Kyle, my coworker, before the tournament that if Ralph can win a game with Teferi who slows the sunset, that he would pay for Ralph's entry on our next local. Teferi who slows the sunset, if you are not aware of what he does, the answer is not much. Charts me. I do, in fact, I love Teferi, but uptick is choose up to 1 target artifact, up to 1 target creature, and up to 1 target land. Untap the chosen permanents you control. Tap the chosen permanents you don't control. You gain 2 life. -2, look at the top 3 cards of your library, put 1 of them into your hand, and the rest from the bottom in any order. -7, you get an emblem with untap all permanents you control during each opponent's untap step, and you draw a card during each opponent's draw step. So, it's an interesting one. It starts to 4 loyalty. Its uptick is a +1. So, again, interesting Planeswalker. Not the strongest card. It looks like it's selling, actually, on TCG Player.
I'll fetch.
People have been buying a good amount of this card. Interesting. What was I saying? Yeah, it's a cool card, right? Like, the uptick is decent, especially in Commander, where you can, like, untap your Soul Ring and stuff. The downtick it's okay. Like, it's just... Look at the top 3, put a card in your hand. The emblem is pretty solid, but I feel like at this point, every emblem is solid, right? Like, what emblems are bad out of the modern-day Planeswalkers? I want to see someone do something with Tameo from Kamigawa. I think there's something there with Tameo.
I'm gonna.
Mostly because, like,
ending,
the
Fairy.
Tameo's notebook token is just pretty solid.
Sure.
But
Then I'll discard. Bring these back.
Okay.
We are making some food.
Irrelevant number of foods.
There's 19 food right there.
Play
Good
Asmo.
God.
Go.
He can make 3 more, too.
I'll exile Asmo.
Yep.
I don't know why you would, but you could. Unless the answer as to why is to play Feasting Troll King.
Cast Teferi.
Oh god, the coffee. Shit,
Remember
dude.
what this card even does.
Oh boy. There's Teferi slows the sunset.
Teferi who slows the sunset.
I think the like agreement was that like on the turn that Ralph wins, he has to activate Teferi. I think that was their agreement. I was setting up the camera while they were doing that whole thing, so I'm not too sure. But
Cast another wilderness reclamation.
Okay.
there's another wilderness reclamation.
I will uptick.
There's a Teferi uptick. We're going to untap
Target my land.
a land.
All other targets are relevant. Untap it.
Gain 2 life. I got a 4.
Okay.
No longer within bolt range.
I will pick up Teferi.
Hero Dominator is going to go to 8. The Teferi just disappeared because I wanted to read it real quick. Why I didn't just type the card name into my laptop, I don't quite know.
I will brainstorm with Jace. 1, 2, 3.
Alright, brainstorming again. So at this point, we are 20 some minutes into the game.
And
Ralph has definitely just won, right? Like,
blue. Untap.
I don't see a world where he loses here.
1 trigger.
He has
Tap 2. Activate search.
a kabillion mana. Like, if he wanted to, he could just make a big shark, like a really big shark, and try to kill Seth.
I think at this point we can
Okay.
move on. Yeah.
It's up to you.
Seth is just going to scoop it up and pick it up. And Ralph is going to take game 1. We'll be right back after they sideboard for game 2, folks. In just a second. And we are back with game 2. We have Seth on the play, leading with a tap stomping ground. Passing into Ralph, who's going to lead with a windswept teeth. I have attempted to start the audio recording for game 2 5 times. And I have started sneezing during each one. So if I sneeze during this, I might cry. Oh god. Alright, we have an Urza Saga go. Seth having a slow start. I don't know if it's he just kept the hand because like he had lands in it. He wanted to, not get stuck on 2 mana, 2-3 mana like he did last game. Not too sure. Ralph is going to go fetch out the Bant Triumph there, or Spar's headquarters. Doing his thing. Doing his thingy thing. Get some good shuffles in there. Some long shuffles there, Ralph. Ralph, what are you doing? Shuffling your deck. For too long. I don't know if it's the same way in Magic. In Yu-Gi-Oh, if you were to do that, you'd get a slow play warning. Alright, 2 mana. I'm going to play a search for his Canton. Draw off the turn. I'll take on the Saga. Play Windswept Heath on the zone.
Go ahead.
With Capacitor.
Trigger.
Yep.
Upkeep triggers Canta. Yeah, I don't know. So it's a weird thing, right? Like, I don't know Seth's deck list. I can't tell every card in his hand. I don't know if I would have kept the hand against control that doesn't do anything for the first 2 turns.
I'll fetch a plane.
I understand getting the Saga into play is pro egg. I don't know. It's like his best play line here is like make construct, go get like cookbook, which is good, but like you could still do that. I don't know. Like, I think it's worth going to 6 to try and find a hand that has like, I don't know, land saga, land,
Draw.
1 drop, Asmo. Like I don't know.
We'll make a token.
Has to construct again.
Resolve
Pop. Go
this.
get cookbook.
Get a cookbook.
Seth can attack for 3 here, and then make it a 4/4.
Shinka.
Alright, so we're going to pitch something to the cookbook effect. I don't think we have Daredevil in hand. Pitching with that goes back in.
Commander.
Okay.
Can't really tell. I'm going to play out the Asmo. I imagine this is going to get hit with the counterspell, yeah. She's not resolving. Alright, I'm going to attack for 4 here. I was going to go to 15.
Go ahead.
I was going to go to 14. He's going to fetch.
Yep.
Is that a different trial? I don't know which one that is.
I'm enjoying these trials.
I'm assuming it's just.
I don't have to think about what I'm fetching anymore.
Could be the Naya one. So it's green, white, and then red for prismatic ending pip. In case he needs to hit a 4-drop. Yeah, I could see that being the case.
Better is the sec. You're telling me.
Alright, I'm gonna untap. Trigger the Escanta. The Escanta.
Yep.
Cool. Time Raveler would be a good play here. It's Time Raveler bounce a construct. Always good play lines. Just about any time you play Time Raveler, it's good.
Okay.
Gonna fetch here. I wonder how many cards he has in the graveyard. I wonder if Escanta will be flipping soon. Transforming.
Okay.
Guess it's flipping.
Sure.
Prismatic Ending's the other construct, and this is like... this is why I would try to have a more proactive hand, I feel like. His cookbook is supposed to be untapped.
I should have taken one already off the fetch. Sorry about that.
Hopefully they notice that.
This deck was red-black. I don't know what's happening anymore.
Two people just shuffling at each other. Yeah.
Naya?
Riveting gameplay. I get 4 mana.
I'll cast Boil.
Is that a boil? That is a boil.
Destroy all
The boil is going to blow up 3 lands. Fortunately, it does not hit the Glacial Fortress. But does hit 3 other lands.
And it's your go.
Seth Garber, the absolute mad lad. Playing Boil.
Yep.
You're a monster. Seth, if you're watching this, you're a monster. I like it, but you're a monster.
What did you draw?
Boil and Choke always just make me so sad.
I got
Specifically Choke, because they're like,
You just skip through that.
you like look at them and you're like, ah, they're there. I can't do anything with them, but they're there still. Scared to flips. Shotgun a breeding pool. Pass the turn.
Let's pray, boys. Don't stimulate. It's not modern legal, you're fine. But if it was... I'm sure we'll see a monkey here.
Rocco Cabaretti Caterer for 0.
Right? There's Rocco Cabaretti. It is Naya colors, and then X, where when you play it, or when it enters the battlefield, you may search your deck for a creature CMC X or less.
3.
Yeah. Might just be CMC X, and put it on the battlefield. So the way this works is he can play Rocco, and then play Asmore from the deck. It's like a finale of Devastation, but a +1? Technically, yeah. Yeah, because finale doesn't plus or neg, it just goes even.
Whenever one of our cards in the graveyard
Alright, getting countered quite
So
quickly.
that will
But
trigger
he
when
plays
you
the
activate
Willowgeist.
the cookbook
I
ability.
love this card. It's 1 green. Whenever a card leaves your graveyard,
Every time you do it, it gets
it
back.
might specifically be a creature, but whatever.
Okay.
We'll say a card.
Good.
And by say a card, I'm just gonna look it up.
Go ahead.
But whenever something leaves your graveyard, you can put a 1/1 counter on it. So it works really well with Oval Chase Daredevil and other random things. Whenever one or more cards leave your graveyard, and then when it dies, you gain life equal to its power. I've seen a couple decks play this, honestly. I think we had a Crabvine player play it.
And they'll pass.
Crabvine player on stream, and they had Willowgeist in their deck. So they were like, alright, cool, return Vengevines from my yard, grow my Willowgeist attack. And it's like, oh shit, it's actually really nice.
Now we'll lose the foil.
Saga.
Ralph, back up the 4 mana as if nothing happened.
I will play
As if
a
his
bag of holding.
lands weren't razed to the ground. Is that a bag of holding? Pretty sure it's a bag of holding.
You've played a bag
That is in fact a bag of holding. If you don't know what bag of holding does, whenever you discard a card, exile that card from your graveyard.
Activate the bag of
Oh, that's cute. That works with Willowgeist. You can tap 2, draw a card, discard a card, tap 4, sack the bag, return all cards exiled with the bag effect to the other's hand.
counter.
from your graveyard.
Yep.
Okay.
That's pretty
And then I
cute.
will attack
It's a
the
cute
very-
interaction. I'm about that.
I will cycle
Yeah.
a Shark Typhoon for 2.
Oh no, you're recycling a shark.
Yeah.
We made a 2/2.
Okay.
Move to blocks.
Yep.
The 2/2 will block the
Okay. Sure.
Willowgeist.
You gain
Can't he just like
I do. I gained 2.
book in response? Make it
there we
bigger.
go.
Is the wear tear in the hand really that important? I guess if Ralph just slammed Reclamation here, right? But you can't. You can't like respond to the Reclamation. There's a Time Raveler on the board.
Okay.
I will.
I feel like just growing, or like putting more artifacts on the board, growing constructs, and growing your threats is the best answer.
Okay. Tap. Chapter 2. Draw.
We drew a Wooded Foothills return? Is that what I saw?
I'll just pass turn.
Nice, passes
On
a
your
turn.
end step, I will activate Search for Scan.
Unfortunately, can't really do anything. But I can make a construct.
3 and 4. We will reveal.
I'm not too sure what's happening. Oh, he activated
Wilderness
this
Ritual.
canto. So what's going on? Why did he just draw 4 cards? Oh, the call. Oh, God. Oh, that tastes weird.
Draw.
Oh, no. I think I let the pot sit for too long. Whew. Adds a Reclamation to hand. Taps 4 for the Reclamation, I'm assuming.
We'll cast Wilderness Ritual.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Seth can't respond, so. Time Raveler, man.
I will.
This card does things. Does some very good things.
Minus Teferi, target Urza Saga.
I will make a token
I'm
in
gonna
response.
bounce to use the Saga.
Yes.
An interaction that I despise.
I will.
There's too many times where I've been on the receiving end of Time Raveler and bounce through Saga, and I'm always like, I'm like grumbling. Like, I hate this.
Cast Nexus.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, sure.
Tap. Draw. 2.
Yep.
Alright.
hasty cast Teferi.
Okay.
Minus on your constructs.
Sure.
Draw.
I'm not gonna do. Not terribly sure what's happening. I looked away.
8.
I guess this is just after the saga trigger? Or after the saga bounce? Stop paying attention for 7 seconds to check something. Punished.
Activate.
Yep.
Alright, activating his Canta.
We will reveal Prismatic Ending.
Sure.
The Ixalan sets were interesting, man. I know they didn't sell well. I know they were generally like considered like a failure, but like they were interesting. The theme is cool. Yeah, pirates, dinosaurs,
I will activate Bag of Holding.
Okay.
ancient like Mayan Aztecan themes.
I'll read that
But
real quick.
alright, activates Bag of Holding. Trying to filter through some things. I wonder how long he had the Willowgeist in hand.
Tap. Draw.
Oh, he picked up a red and 6.
Run at 6.
Lovely abomination of a card.
Okay.
Minus.
2 mana Planeswalker.
I'll respond. Exile.
Sure.
Alright, so Seth downticked to kill the Teferi. Ralph responded by Prismatic Ending on the Wren, and then going to wear Tear. Whichever the Destroy Enchantment one is.
Where's the Saga?
Interestingly, that resolved. Not gonna lie to you. Kinda surprised. Going to March the Saga here, a play that also hurts me spiritually.
Not bad.
Just 1 mana, exile your land.
Go ahead.
I'll activate.
It only works on that one, but still. Actually, I guess it works on the artifact lands. If does it hit artifacts, or is it just enchant?
Wreck.
Yep.
I know you got rid of my Reclamation, but here's a second one.
Blue. Yep.
Untap, triggers,
Nexus.
Nexus of Fate, take an extra turn.
You need 1 more mana.
I pay you 1 more mana for that, but yes.
Oh, good.
Trigger.
Yep.
Do 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 do. As can't trigger.
Not flip.
Yep.
Draw.
Choosing to not flip it. Mandatory claw? I guess it's probably not mandatory.
Sure.
Or they just Mind Sculptor. Do Brainstorm. Try to find another Nexus of Fate. Try to take infinite turns if possible. I wonder if the Taking Turns deck is any good anymore. I remember watching old SCG content just to. There was a player who was really good who would play Taking Turns every once in a while, and it'd just pop up on their feature matches. Alright, 4 mana. Wilderness Wreck number 2. Jesus.
End step.
Good Lord, Ralph.
Activate.
Yep.
Here's Canta effect. Finds a Time Raveler. Or not Time Raveler. The other Teferi, Hero Dominaria. Put those on the bottom. Gonna float 4 mana.
1 blue floating.
Activate his Canta. Counterspell, March. Nexus, yeah.
Bag.
Nexus.
Float 6 mana. I had 1 floating, I think. So, we should be out of mana in the pool. And then, the Wreck trigger.
Trigger.
Yep.
Oh, okay, just going to the extra turn. Maybe he used the second Wreck trigger already. Oh, he did, yeah.
Teferi, uptick,
There
draw,
is Teferi, drawing a card.
And then I'll plus one on him for
brainstorm.
discard or you dream my
I feel like at this rate, like, do you brainstorm with Jace?
Go to end step, flip 3 blue,
Yep.
untap, first trigger.
You always just fate seal yourself and just start working on getting Jace to
Cast
ult
Nexus.
range.
Sure.
There's Nexus. We are taking turns, baby. We're doing what that Reclamation deck wants to do. Seth is just along for the ride at this point.
Then we'll activate 1, 2, 3, 4, reveal March.
I like that he has EE in the deck, so or in the sideboard, and he sideboarded it in, so he could, I'm assuming, pop the food tokens that has more.
Activate search.
God, there's so much going on here.
Shark Typhoon.
I thought he hit the Nexus again. I was like, Jesus.
4 blue.
Eventually, it's deterministic, I believe. It's like, eventually, you'll just die.
We'll see. Wilderness Rack.
You know, die, quote unquote. Eventually, Jace will get you, but
Alright. I'll float 1 more blue to Fairy's trigger. We'll untap.
or I know in Standard when Bant Turbofog was like a deck, you played a 1/1, so you just beat your opponent to death
3, 4, and
while taking infinite turns. There's Nexus of Fate, and Seth is just going to scoop it up. Ralph is going to take it 2-0 with Bant Reclamation Control against Naya Food. Thank you for watching, folks. Have a great rest of your day.